Hello students in the Multiversity of Genetics of Divinity. Welcome to our first session in the webinar series. Now it was a teleseminar series, as you know. Now it has become webinar series because I wanted to share lots of video with you. Okay, and in this webinar series we are going to understand how to manifest using the cycle of creation. We have 4 session series coming up, okay, and I know some of you are joining this webinar from different parts of the world. It's probably at a very odd hour, so I appreciate you taking the time off from your busy personal and or professional schedules and being with me. I'm here to tell you that this is going to be worth it. Okay, you can take my word for it. I want to introduce myself. I'm sure you're aware of who I am, Joy Coach. I am the founder of the Multiversity, and as you know, my book, the first in the Genetics of Divinity series, Oh My Genetics of Divinity, has already acquired bestseller status in Amazon, and that happened on February 12th, 2013. And for those of you who participated in that promotion and are here today, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for pushing this book to the bestseller status in Amazon. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that I had actually predicted that this book is going to acquire the bestseller status in Amazon by the first quarter of 2013. Okay, so those of you who are nodding your heads, yeah? I want you to understand what I said very carefully. Okay, remember I said that I did predict that my book, Oh My Genetics of Divinity, will become an Amazon bestseller by the first quarter of 2013. And it has happened. For those of you who know what it takes to become an Amazon bestseller, you know it's not an easy task for the average person. However, achieving such a milestone is absolutely possible. So what I did is I set myself a manifestation target that would be big enough to excite me, but small enough to make me believe in it. Okay? How I set that target, what did I do to achieve that target, and how I actually achieved that target is not an accident. It was a deliberate creation of a life experience that I set and chose for myself from all the all the possibilities in parallelism. And I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to present to you in the first session of the 4-part series of webinars titled Manifestation to the Cycle of Creation. And I'm going to present to you, to explain to you what exact steps that I followed to manifest my target from a perceived reality to a true reality, so that you can also apply the same principles to manifest your own targets. And please understand that whatever it is that you intend to manifest is a non-physical energy first, before it can even take a physical form. So the process of manifestation does not care what the target is. Okay, it is consistent and repeatable as long as you follow the rules of engagement that I'm going to teach you through these 4-part webinar series. Okay, I'm going to give it all to you without holding anything back. And as you know, in this webinar series, we're going to set a 4 to 5 figure financial target in US dollars or equivalent in goods and services. Now, if you are not in the US, you're in a different country, if 4 to 5 figure US dollars is too large for you, that's okay. I want you to set a target that you believe in, that it is, it's small enough, I can believe I can get that. And it is big enough to excite me. So whatever currency you want to, set that target. I want you to understand what that target is. And it may not be a financial goal at all. It may be something that you want in goods and services. Okay? So set that target that you believe in because it is small enough and you can achieve it, and it is big enough to excite you. Okay? Whatever chooses your fancy. Okay, now I'm going to classify what that target is going to be. Like, what are the criteria to choose that target, right? If you choose a target, hey, I want a pet, which is a pig that flies. Well, you know, it's impossible, right? It's not logical, and you can't even get it, right? So let's not kid ourselves, right? So I want you to set a realistic target. Okay, if you're in the US, like I said, we'll set a 4 to 5 figure financial target, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, and because, you know, that's kind of in a sweet spot for somebody who's starting out the manifestation process. However, you know, don't get hung up on the actual target if you have a few things in your list to manifest. Okay, just pick one, which, as I said, is big enough to excite you and small enough to convince you that, yeah, you know, I can manifest it. If I know how to, yeah, I can get it. Okay, so once you learn this technique that I'm going to teach you in this 4-session webinar series, you can apply it in any other manifestation targets that you wish. Okay, this is repeatable and it is consistent. You just got to learn the ropes. What does it take to manifest a target? Okay, to set a target and manifest a target. What does it take? That's the context of these 4 sessions. Okay, and feel free to type your questions as they come in your mind. And I may not be able to answer them right away because I'll be speaking, but I will do my best to answer them as to the best of my abilities. Okay, I don't want to miss out on any questions. If I don't answer them, don't think that, you know, why is Joy not answering them? I will get to that. Okay, so just be patient. All right. Okay, so I have a presentation deck for you. Okay, I prepared this in PowerPoint. I'm going to go through the slides, and as I go through the slides, I'm going to explain. Okay, and I want you to pay attention to those slides. Those presentation slides will be available in the Multiversity portal, so you can come back to that and use that as a refresher. Okay, but I'm not going to, you won't be watching my video. I'm going to go through the slide deck. I'm going to explain the concepts that I have to explain in this session, and we'll take it from there. Now, we're going to wrap this up. This is very exciting for you. So, we're going to wrap this up with an implantation of the target in your conscious mind. You might have been told in the past that you implant your target in the subconscious mind. You can't. You cannot reach and implant anything into the subconscious mind. Those of you who have read the book or my Genetics of Divinity already, if you've gone through where I was discussing the different memory systems, I was describing the mind, the quad compartmental human mind. If you watch the video for that module, you will know that it is impossible for anybody to implant anything into your subconscious mind. That is your ROM. If you consider a computer, that is your read-only memory. There's a critical filter there, and there's a valve that opens only upwards towards the conscious mind. You cannot implant anything into the subconscious mind. Okay, so if you have been told before, oh, we will implant your target in your subconscious mind, it doesn't work that way. You can't access your subconscious mind to implant new memories in there. There are memories in here in the subconscious mind that can only come up to your conscious mind. So subconscious mind, critical filter, and your conscious mind. On top of that, I'm going to go through that. You have your superconscious mind. On top of that, you have infraconscious mind. Okay, so read the book. When I was talking about the different minds we have 4 minds. Okay, how are they structured? And watch that video. Okay, I believe that was in module 8, if I'm not mistaken. So watch that video, and I explain in a lot of detail how the mind works, how the memory works. Okay, so what we're going to do by the end of this session is we're going to blow out some emotions. Okay, memory is data plus emotion. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. So you may have a data about money and you have an emotion that I can't get it. So we're going to blow out that emotion and we're going to implant a positive emotion in there. Okay, so we're going to implant your target. Once the emotion is gone, you can't take the memory away. The memory, what is the memory? The data away. The data is, I want a 4 to 5 figure sum. Okay, that's the data. And you may have an emotion that, oh, okay, are you kidding me? You can't have that. So we're going to blow that emotion away. Okay, because it's all energy. You got to understand this. Money is nothing but energy. It looks like a piece of paper, but it is energy. Okay, so we're going to blow out that emotion and we're going to implant an emotion that, yes, this is my target and I can get it. Okay, so we're going to, it's called emotional transplantation. Okay, we're going to take out the negative emotion and put in a positive emotion and we're going to reinforce that. Okay, so by the end of this session, I'm going to take you through a visualization exercise. I'm just going to go through a visualization exercise and I'm going to teach you how to keep on visualizing that same thing over and over again until it becomes a belief system. Okay? Alright, so enough said. Let us get on with the presentation. Okay, and as I said, as I go through the presentation, if you have any questions, just type them down. I may not be answering them right away, but I will get to them. Alright? And if I can't finish all the questions by the time we're done with the webinar, make sure you post them in the Multiversity portal and I will definitely answer them. Okay, so let's get on with it. Okay, let us get on with the presentation section of the session number 1 in the webinar series, Manifestation Through the Cycle of Creation. Before we get into detail, let's understand what the agenda is that I have for you. Okay, this is for the first session. We're going to go through the core components of manifestation. And a lot of this is already covered in the book and in the videos, but we're going to go through them so that you understand what the core components of manifestation are. We're going to talk about the creator and the creature, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because it's already covered in the book. Okay, I don't want to repeat what is already in the book. We have limited time today, so we'll just get to what is not yet covered and see how we can bring all of them together to assist you with your manifestation. Okay, so we're going to talk about the creator and the creature. We're going to talk about the cycle of creation. What is creative energy? This is not covered at all in the book. Okay, and so I'm going to talk about what creative energy really is so that you can understand how to leverage that for your manifestation process. We will be talking about desirability index, and this is a key component that I want you to understand. It is described in the book. There is a formula that I describe about desirable index in the book, so feel free to refer to that when you're done with this webinar. Okay, we're going to talk about desirability index, and I'm going to show you how that's becoming so important in the manifestation process. Alright, my favorite topic, law of attraction. For those of you who have read my book, who have watched the videos, and I'm hoping that you've also downloaded an electronic copy of the book that I wrote. It's a very short ebook. It's called The Law of Attraction. Okay, F-L-A-W. Flow of Attraction. It is accessible at the Multiversity portal, so you can download it and read about what my thoughts are from a logical and scientific perspective, how the law of attraction is supposed to work. It's not what has been taught or by the philosophers and teachers who apparently just came out of the woodwork once the movie The Secret was released in 2006. Okay, what they are proposing and why it doesn't work, all of that is explained in that ebook, Flow of Attraction. I'm going to touch about some of the key components of that in this webinar so that you can understand the context as it is relevant for your manifestation process. Okay, so we're going to come clean with the law of attraction in this webinar. You will understand the physics, the psychics, the ethics, and the genetics of the law of attraction. You know, it is not the beginning of the process, it is at the tail end of the cycle of creation, and I'm going to show you how that comes into place. And of course, we will wind up this webinar with setting the target of manifestation. Okay, I'm going to help you set it. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how to go about setting up your target of manifestation. Okay, you will not be able to go full blast by the end of the session, but I am going to lead you through a visualization exercise that will help you set the target of manifestation. You got to identify it, and I'm going to help you set it. Okay, but chances are what you said today may not stick. All right, and I'm going to talk about that at the end of the session, because you may have some toxicity in your body today. Okay, it may not stick, whatever visualization you do today, but I'm going to help you make it, at least carry it forward till the next webinar next week, so that you can eliminate the toxins from your body by next week, and then what you set as your manifestation target will be rock solid until such time that you actually hit that target. Okay, so as you can see, we have a very packed agenda for our first session, so let's get on with it.